we just tip it up and roll it, one person can move this whole entire home gym system just like that. So we'll set this off to the side. I actually think I have a buyer for this one. One of my neighbors is interested in making a deal, so he may actually be the owner of that for him and his family. I'll keep you posted on that, because if that's the case, I'm also going to be sharing how we deliver that and install it and what it's replacing. You got to see what he's getting rid of. Hopefully he doesn't get rid of it before we install this, because it's going to be a real eye-opener for you. So here we go. We have our base units. Now notice, I've already done a lot of the unpacking. This system comes to you fully protected, fully packaged. You don't have to worry about it getting banged up and dinged up. This is beautiful. This color combo is divine. Our production partners are awesome. I'm just seeing this for the first time, and this is just incredible. I might have to get another one for the house. This is way too cool. Way too cool. All right, so we need our middle post. The middle post has the SCULPTAFIT Aquajet Turquoise as the accent color. So we're going to stand that up right here. I'm actually going to lean it gently against the wall while I get my proper nuts and bolts. If you're watching, post below. Let me know where you're watching from. I want to know where you're watching from. And don't forget to tag somebody who should be watching this with you. We're going to grab our tools and what we're doing is we're just gently tightening things up here. We don't want to make them too snug. We're not looking to fully secure this just yet, because we want to get everything in place, and then we're going to tighten things up gradually. So we want to leave a little bit of play in all of the joints. Okay, that's good for now. Now we're going to get our beautifully finished side uprights in place. And these are looking so good, so good. Show you how balanced this is. That stands perfectly upright on its own. So we're going to get our bottom crossbar. As I mentioned, these are put together and wrapped so perfectly. No dings, no dents, no scratches. Made here in the USA. Packed for proper shipment. Christmas is coming early this year. I'd rather do a little bit of extra unpacking instead of getting something that's dinged up and scratched up. We get our favorite little pocket knife to help us out here a little bit. Okay, so this is our crossbar. This goes on the bottom. We're going to get our other side upright. I don't know if you noticed, but you could see the back post, the Aquajet turquoise, now has holes up and down the back post. That is a spectacular upgrade, a nice new feature we've added to SCULPTAFIT Home Gym System 5.0. All right, I've got those in place. I'm going to grab, not going to say I'm going to grab my nuts. It's not going to sound good, but we're going to get these, and then we're going to get our Allen wrench. We got the Allen wrench. We've got our button top nuts, and we're going to get this one up top, get it in place, line up the holes. We're going to drop our button tops in here. We're going to drop our button tops in by hand first. We just want to get things lined up and in place. We don't want to secure anything. We just want to get everything in place, leave a little bit of slack. Seems to be all right. By hand again, we're not looking to tighten it up too much, just enough. Now we're going to get our other side in. Line up the holes. So you saw me just tap this, and that's one of the reasons why we don't tighten everything up, because each piece has to go in with a little bit of play in it, so that when we tighten everything up, that's when the precision fitting kicks in and everything comes together perfectly. we've got our whole base in with a little bit of play. It's kind of loose. We don't want to tighten anything up. We're going to get our step stool. We'll come over here and get our step stool. So you'll want to get a step stool at home, sturdy step stool, and we're going to remove our protective elements on the uprights here. Of course, you can do this before you put these up at home, or if you're a trainer, fitness pro, buying a pro unit for your business, you can take everything off before you put it up, but I like getting everything in place first and then taking these off. Okay, we got that. That one's off. Now we're going to get our top bracket. Top bracket holds the whole top in place. And so keeping everything nice and loose up here allows us to get this in place. Get all three uprights right where they're supposed to be. It's a little tricky. So this is where having some help comes in handy. But as you can see, just one of me is able to do this by myself. That's because these are made with such precision by our production partners that all it takes is just lining them up properly and dropping it in. A little bit of shimmying, a little bit of jiggling, and we're good to go. So now it's time to bolt these babies together, get the top in place. Looking good here. This is actually going together way easier than I thought. Not because it would be tricky or tough, but just being one person sometimes could be a little bit of a challenge, but this is actually going quite smoothly. Look at that. Very, very impressive. So now we'll get our nuts on the back. Again, we're not going to tighten these up too much just yet. And I'll show you why. You'll fully understand why we're not tightening everything up completely just yet. It'll all make sense in a few minutes. The cool thing about this is, even just by myself, we'll probably be done in, I don't know, maybe it'll be 20 minutes from start to finish. Most other elaborate home gym systems take like a whole weekend to put together. And a stressful one at that. All those parts and pieces and pulleys and weight stacks and rods and this and that. We're almost done here. We are almost done. And boy, is this looking pretty cool. Gotta love it. This is looking awesome, man. All right, so we're gonna get our Allen wrench. And we're gonna start tightening these bottom ones up a bit. All right, now we're not tightening up too much, and here's why. What we want to do is we want to get our step and our old school bar in place so that these uprights are lined up perfectly. So we have our heavy duty lower body core and training platform. You can see this is made with beautifully textured finished diamond plate, perfectly formed, and this is the lightest but sturdiest one ever. I mean, this is so much better than the first one I made 12 years ago. It's incredible. Goes in perfectly. Look at that. Amazing. I am having a lot of fun doing this because this has been a long time in the making. So our old school bar, I'm going to grab my trusty pocket knife. We're going to unwrap our old school crossbar. So if you have any questions as you're watching me do this, getting the last pieces in place before we tighten things up, post your questions below. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what training sessions you want to see me doing, demonstrating on here first. I may actually do one today. I might do an arm training session on here. After I get this together, I might grab myself a little snack across the way here at the coffee shop, my favorite Starbucks. Grab a little snack, a little coffee maybe, and then come back in here and do I might do, let me see here, would today be arms? Yeah, today would be arms, biceps, triceps. I may actually come back in here and do it and share it with you on video in a little while. I'll flip on Facebook Live and let you tune in. All right, we're almost there. So if you want to see any of the live training sessions on Facebook, if that's where you're watching this right now, then be sure to subscribe. I think in the upper right, if you click on the 3 dots, you can click Get Notified when Joey Atlas goes live. And so whenever I go live with any of this stuff, or training sessions, or anything that I do live, you'll get instant notification that I'm going live, and you can tune right in and not miss anything. So in the upper right, click those 3 buttons, click those 3 little things there, and say, I want to be notified when Joey Atlas goes live, so that you don't miss it. While you're watching right now, think of somebody who you could share this with, who would want to see this, maybe who needs it in their life. Here we go. Took a little, but it's in awesome shape. Arrives perfectly intact. No scratches. This looks so good. We're going to put this up top. Goes in like butter. Look at that. And now that I have these in place, one down low, one up high, I'm going to go around and I'm slowly going to tighten all of the attachment points, all the nuts and bolts. I'm going to snug them up properly, make sure that there's no jiggle in the unit and that it sits perfectly flat. And then I'm going to take these on and off, just like this, to make sure that I haven't over tightened anything, that it's lined up just right. There you have it. Actually, while you're watching, just for kicks, what I'll do is I'll show you we've got our independent asymmetrical variance handles. Those will go on here as well, so we'll set these up here. We have our other one, the other side, our asymmetrical variance handle. We also have one of the key pieces, our hybrid bench mat. Comes perfectly wrapped, fully protected. The hybrid bench mat. And if you're just tuning in, you can watch some of the past videos to see how we use this, or you can stay tuned and you'll be seeing other videos on how we use this. We have endless exercises and workout variations that we do with the hybrid bench mat. It could be used on the unit at all different heights, and it could be used by itself on the floor. So stay tuned for that. And that is it. Any questions, comments, or thoughts, post below. I'm going to clean this mess up, probably go get a snack, and I may come back here to do my arms, biceps, triceps on a Sunday. If you have any questions, post them below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in.